Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't seen my face before. My name is Emily. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm doing a makeup look on this eyeshadow today, and I'm going to be using the Natural Love palette from Too Faced. And I'm actually giving this away. I bought a brand new one on Too Faced, and it's being shipped to my house right now, so that is going to go to one lucky winner. If you would like to enter that contest, then stick around to the end of the video so you can find out how to enter. But without further ado, let's get into it. So for my eyes, I'm going to start off using my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. This stuff is amazing. I use it for my concealer, I use it for my eye primer, and it doesn't budge. Like, it's amazing. And I'm going to use my beauty blender, and I'm too lazy to go get it damp, so we're just going to use it dry. And it honestly works pretty well either way. I mean, I don't really notice a huge difference. So we're just going to do this, make sure it's all blended. And I like to start off with my eyes first, because if I start off with my face and then I do all my concealer and everything and I get fallout for my eyeshadow, it's kind of frustrating. So we'll just start with your eyes, that way you don't have to deal with that. After we've primed with the concealer, I'm going to go in with this just plain white, it's like a creamy white shade, and I'm going to go in and just set my whole eyelid with that. And it's called Heaven. So this one here. Just set your whole lid. Make sure that you got a clean base to start with. So after your whole lid is set, I'm going to go in with just a classic crease color. And I really like to start with Honey Butter for this because I have a very pink toned skin tone. So this color is really, really good because it's like kind of orangey, but it's very tan at the same time, so it's a good color to start with for your crease. So I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush. This one's from Sigma, and I'm just going to blend that throughout my crease. Once it's all blended and you have it as dark as you want it, then we're going to go in with this color. This is called Nudie. And it's just a really pretty, like, taupey, kind of taupe, I don't know, it's just a really good brown color, like a really good tan, so I'm just going to go in with that, and then put that throughout my crease as well, and I'm kind of focusing this more on the outer corner rather than going all the way in. I'm just kind of keeping it right here on the corner. Okay, so after we have our crease colors all blended evenly, I'm going to go in with this shade Satin Sheets. It's like a, where is it? Right here. It's like a really gorgeous pinky gold shade. It's so stunning. I love it. So I'm just going to go in with my finger just because I feel like you get more pigmentation with that, and it's just this really pretty. It has like pink and gold flecks throughout it, so it's really pretty. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And as you can see, like when you use your finger for your lid color, you're going to get more pigmentation. It's going to show up better. So I always recommend using your finger whenever you have a color like this that you want to show up like really easily. After I have that color on my lid, I'm going to go in with this shade. And it's just like a chocolatey brown. It's kind of red toned, or like I guess orangey toned brown, which goes well with the crease colors we already have. So I'm just going to blend this, and I'm going to focus it on my outer corner. So after we have the desired intensity, I'm going to go in with that shade, Satin shade, one more time, just to make sure that it's as bright as it can get. So I'm going to go in with Satin Sheets one more time, just do another layer on top of that of whatever just got covered up. I'm going to go in with Spoiled right here, and it's just like a really pretty chocolatey shade, and it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. It's really pretty. So I'm just going to go in and put that right here on my outer corner. And the key, honestly, is just blending until everything is just seamless and you don't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Fairy Tale right here, and it's really pretty, like gold color. I'm just gonna put that in my inner corner. It's pretty shimmery, so I'm gonna go pretty light with it just because I don't want like sparkles all over my face. But just do a little bit in the corner. This is just gonna make your eyeshadow pop even more, make your eyes look bigger. I'm gonna take the shade Heaven one more time and just put that right on my brow bone. Okay, now I'm going to use this brush. It's just a pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Undercover right here. And this is one of the darkest colors in the palette, but I'm just going to really focus this right here on the corner of my lid. So just focus it right here on the corner. I love the colors in this palette. They're so pretty. I'm going to go into this Kat Von D liquid liner in the color Hemingway. And it's just a really pretty brown color. But I'm just going to do a really thin line on my upper lash line. So just keep it really thin. You can wing it out if you want to. I'm going to just do like a tiny wing. Just gonna curl my lashes, which if you don't curl your lashes, it honestly makes a huge difference. It makes your eyelashes look a lot more voluminous and long, and keeps them kind of sticking up all day, like instead of just falling flat. So I really recommend doing this. Alright, so once your lashes are curled and ready to go, just take your favorite mascara. I like to use L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This has like always been my favorite mascara. I just feel like it always holds and it doesn't go anywhere all day. So I'm just gonna do a couple coats. Okay, so once your eyes are done, we're gonna move on to face, and I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Honestly, less is more. I feel like I always end up putting way more than I actually need. But that's why I like beauty blenders, because they kind of take away the extra foundation that you put on your face that you don't actually need. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brush. It's from the brand The Cream Shop. I don't know what that is. I found this at TJ Maxx just because I wanted to try one of these types of brushes and I really like it. So I'm just going to use this to spread it all over my face. And I'm going to avoid my eye area because I'm going to put concealer there and I don't want to do like 2 layers of foundation or concealer right there. So I'm just going to focus the foundation wherever I know I'm not going to put that much concealer. Just blend it all over my face. And I like to use this brush to first blend it all, and then I go in with a beauty blender after I use this brush and just use that, and it'll get rid of any like excess foundation that I have on my face. So I highly recommend doing that just because you're gonna eliminate cakiness. Just make sure you blend it down your neck. Once that's mostly blended, just take your beauty blender and go over that just to make sure that you don't have too much foundation on. Just make sure it's all blended. Once I have that, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer one more time. This is in the shade Light Sand. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. But I'm just going to go in with this under my eyes and just anywhere that I want to brighten my face. And honestly, a little bit goes a long way, so I did not know that when I first started using this concealer, and I did way too much concealer, because this wand is like huge, so it just brings out a lot of product when you use it, so you really don't need that much. I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend all of that in. Oh, and one thing with its concealer is it dries so fast, so you have to work really quick when you blend it. I love this concealer. Honestly, like, you probably don't even need to set this concealer just because it's so good. Like, you don't really need to add the extra coverage. You can if you want to, but I mean, sometimes I'll bake my under eye area just because I don't want that area to crease. But everywhere else, like, if you put concealer on your face, you really don't need to set it because it's not going to go anywhere. So after my concealer is all blended through my face, I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Powder, and I'm going to bake my under eye area just a little bit. I don't like to do a ton. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and do this. Use that for it. And I promise you, if you do this, your concealer will not crease under your eyes. If you have a problem with concealer creasing, you should definitely be baking your under eyes. So I'm going to let that set while I do my contour. For my contour, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I think this is like the third one I've gone through because it's that amazing. For my bronzer, I'm going to use this angled contour brush from Sonia Kashuk. I'm going to take this shade in the middle. It's just a really good bronzer shade. And I'm just going to use that to bronze my skin. And I really highly recommend, if you don't normally bronze your face, but you wear foundation, I recommend using bronzer or at least blush or something to add that color back into your skin, because we just took away all those natural tones that you have in your skin and by putting foundation on. So this really helps to make it look like you've got more color to your face. Always blend it down my neck. For my actual contour, I'm not really going to contour. I pretty much just did that by putting bronzer everywhere, but just to chisel out my cheekbones a little bit more, I'm going to use this shade here, and it's more of a gray toned brown. And I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of contour right here. And then last but not least, I'm going to brush away my bake that I did earlier. Hello, Sophie. Hello. Hello. We have a surprise guest. This is Sophie. She loves to watch me do my makeup. For brows, I'm going to use my Precisely My Brow Benefit, and I have the shade 4. It's like a medium brown color. I like to start on the tail end of my brow, so just kind of wherever you see sparseness is where you need to put the pencil, but I really like to keep it natural, so I don't like to do a ton of extra brow color. I just want to keep the natural shape of my brows, and I like to comb it down just so I can see where I need to put the pencil. And then comb it back up. we're gonna add a little bit of highlight. So I'm just gonna use my Becca Cosmetics Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna use this color, which is Champagne Pop. Actually, I don't know which one is which, but one of these is Champagne Pop. I'm pretty sure it's this one, but just gonna use this fluffy brush. So for lips, I'm gonna use this color from Pure Cosmetics. It's like their mini lip cream or whatever. It's in the shade Obey, and I really like it. It honestly stays all day, so I really don't need to reapply. I want it to be just a little bit darker than this, so I'm gonna go in with this Josie Maran lip liner in the shade Natural. And this color is more of a brown tone nude, so I feel like it's really good if you have a lipstick that's too pink for you and you really want to tone it down and make it a little bit more natural looking. This is a really good shade because it has like brown tones throughout it, so it makes it a little bit less pinky, which I really like. And this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Okay, so the giveaway is going on my YouTube and on my Instagram, so if you'd like extra entries, you can also follow my Instagram and like the picture that I posted of that palette and comment on that picture. If you comment below on this video what your favorite animal is, that will also enter you into the contest. So there's 2 different ways you can enter, and if you enter both ways, that will get you more entries. So don't forget to do that if you want to win this palette. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!